so nervous.
What is up, everybody? How we doing tonight? We are here, and we are ready for another great episode of Supforce Live here on our official Twitch channel. If you had not heard of Supforce before, Rebel, why don't you tell them about what Supforce is?
Could you imagine? Hey, I'm not muted this week, guys. Round of applause for that. Everybody in the chat, let's go. So, as always, I'm Rabble, co-founder and community director of Supforce. And if you don't know what Supforce is, it's a cross-platform support community, what I would consider a social hub, more than a Discord community or anything else at this point. Realistically, it's whatever content you create, we're here to support you. Each member is there to support you. And whether it's some IRL stuff going on or gaming or makeup or whatever platform you're on, it doesn't matter. None of it matters. All that matters is that we treat each other like the dysfunctional family that we are.
Big love to all of our Supforce people out there. We see you guys. So what's up, man? Do a little bit of an introduction here. I am QP. A lot of you know me because I regularly host this, but I am the Supforce community super. My job is to make sure that everybody has the best time that they can in the server and navigates their way through it correctly and gets to collab and have fun with all the members around. And my boss over here, the other way, he can do a little bit of an introduction.
See, for me, it's actually I'm below you today.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I have a whole different layout, but anyways. Yeah, so that's I don't like when you call me your boss, by the way. That's a weird thing, man. All right. But anyways, guys, yeah, we run the community side of things. We kind of just make sure everything's under wraps, events, getting everything out there, with working with the amazing team that we have, because we can't do it all. So with the amazing team that we have, that we've introduced you to throughout the times of these pods, it's all thanks to them, and running the community and everything is what we do. So,
oh yeah.
And if you don't know who I am, I don't know, man. I've spilled my guts more times than I can count.
That's great. If you guys haven't been by his stream, it's a great time. He definitely has fun over there.
I was talking about just on here. Although last week I spilled my guts and I was completely muted, so
Well, that's good. At least they didn't hear you. But yeah, man. So what's up? How you doing today?
I'm doing great. And so QP, we came into this pod with absolutely no plan.
No plan.
Usually we interview a staff member. We're out of staff members pretty much that can make it to this. So we're trying to work on some things for some other things, EU people and things of that nature. So we decided to take this week. We figured we get a lot of growth questions. We get a lot of just kind of questions in general. And I'm not talking like ask the mods or anything. But while we're on the topic, I'm going to tangent real quick for anybody who doesn't know me. Griffin, by the way, if you're out there, warmed my heart this morning to read that. It was great. It's incredible.
Best start to my workday ever.
Weird way to utilize the channel. Best thing I've read in a long time. So
big shout out there.
Yeah. But we get a lot of these questions, like just in Gen Chat and stuff like that. I don't have anything written down. I don't have any of that fun stuff. We're just going to totally ad-lib this for the next 53 minutes and hope for the best that we don't fail miserably or lose your attention.
Yeah, hopefully not.
So I'm gonna fire a question out for QP. And
right.
Remember, guys, in chat, if you have questions, just add Supforce question in all capitals, so that way it comes across all nice and big and stuff. And then we'll get in touch with that, because there's not really an order tonight or anything fun. So, well, it's fun, but not anything like that. QP, so you've switched platforms a couple times now.
Yep.
I'm curious what you've seen. Yeah, I'm curious what you've seen from platform to platform. The differences, the ease of access, and the UI and things like that. Because I actually don't know. I don't think I've ever talked about it.
Starting off with a big one, huh?
Yeah. I'm gonna make you sweat in the first 10 minutes. Let's go.
I'll talk for the next half hour. No, I'm just kidding. So I started out on Twitch, and I loved it. It was great. I met many of the people here that I just want to pause. Madly, thank you so much for that raid of 4 people. We appreciate you, and we love everything you do for Supforce.
Thank you, art associate.
But yeah, so I started on Twitch, and I met a lot of the people in the staff team from my start on Twitch and other Discord communities. And I really liked the ease of access that it was, because like starting out, you don't really know how to navigate all the programs and doing overlays and things like that, and bots and bios and everything like that. So with Twitch, everything was like right there, set in stone. Like they told you how to do it. It was nice and easy, and you could figure it out even if you didn't have very much technology knowledge. I went over to Mixer, which was very similar. Um, they were fairly ease of access, especially for people like Rebel and I who started on an Xbox, and he continues to play on the console.
That's right. Solid choice.
It was
Top
it is
choice.
it is a good choice.
Top
But
choice.
so with the ease of access there, like people like my buddies would come in that I know in real life, and like from their Xboxes after they're done at night gaming, and just come in and watch me right on their Xbox. And I found that there was a lot of like there was a tighter knit community with Mixer, which was my favorite part about it. Like Twitch, the ease of access and all of that stuff was my favorite part. With Mixer, it was the community, because like if you found somebody that was gonna come and watch you stream at, I used to stream late with you. We'd go till 2 in the morning sometimes. If you found somebody that would come there at that time, they're gonna come back again because they like your content. So with Mixer, it was
the late nights.
Yeah, those were fun, dude. Maybe we can get another one in soon if I get some time off. But
Maybe.
then, I mean, it was short-lived because I haven't streamed in quite some time, except for obviously this wonderful Supforce Live podcast. I really missed everybody last week. I'm so sorry, couldn't be here. But my boss over here, took the reins very well. But yeah, so on YouTube, my short stint so far, I've definitely found that Link is legendary. Thank you so much for that follow. I've definitely found that like retention of viewers is tough, because there's just so many gaming content videos on YouTube that you can find. So YouTube is more of like you got to grind elsewhere, and build up that following, maybe on some stagnant content like Rabble has been doing recently, which is great. Stuff that's gonna be there always, and like series and stuff like that. And more people see that stuff, the more people will come back when they see that you're live. And so I guess the pure aspect of how much content is out there and how many viewers want to see that content on YouTube, that's probably the best thing about YouTube that I've found.
So with YouTube now, I've never streamed on YouTube, right? I've never been that guy. I don't know if I ever would be. My question with YouTube is, and this just kind of fires from the hip here, is discoverability versus like, because I know Twitch, there's zero, right? There's none. There is absolutely zero. I keep
Gotta get lucky.
because I like QP in the face, but I need to be looking everybody in the face. It's zero on Twitch. What's it on YouTube, right?
So I really like the algorithm that's on YouTube that they have for discoverability, because if you're watching a video by a content creator that makes, say, a Minecraft video, and he does a whole entire Minecraft series, he has 100 or some odd, Minecraft videos, randomly out of nowhere, if you have had a Minecraft video recently and it's gotten a little bit of traction, like maybe even 50 views in a couple weeks, they'll put that as a recommended video for somebody else that has no contact with you onto that person's channel, and as a recommended, because it goes into like the big algorithm and it spits it back out for you. So that's huge for YouTube, and I wish that they could get better at their whole UI and ease of access like Twitch, but
their UI is rough.
Yeah, it is.
Their UI is rough. So Dark Alpha says, he added us, he says, YouTube is not the right platform to even have live streaming, in my opinion. YouTube is meant for videos and should stay for videos. So I'm going to agree to disagree. Do I think every video platform out there needs live streaming? No. Do I think YouTube isn't the right place? No. I think YouTube, if done properly, would take out everybody else. Like QP just said. So when you're on YouTube, whether you realize it or not, based on what you watch, it actually builds a personal profile for each user. So I do know about this one. I know about this one a little bit. So that's why your recommended videos are like 90% of the crap you would actually watch. And then, so with that, it has the right potential to be there. It just needs, and what YouTube actually does, and I just learned this. I watched Markiplier. He
He's
was
great.
talking about he got his first strike on YouTube ever. So he put a video out about it because it was hit or miss on whether or not it should have happened. It was from 40 years ago, the video. But what YouTube does is after you've uploaded a video, you can actually trim little sections out
Okay.
as a video editor in their platform already. So let's say you do a live stream, right? Like a lot of you guys are always in like tech chat or the YouTube chat. And you say, what's a good free software, right? So if you stream on YouTube, you can actually save that VOD, cut your sections, and there's your video, and it's done.
Yeah.
So that to me gives it a home and gives it a place. So that's kind of where, you know what I mean? That's kind of where I'm at with that, is that it gives you that free software to edit those things that everybody's looking for, but still allows you to live stream there and save essentially you're saving your VODs into the cloud of YouTube, right? Because you just don't post them as public. And then you're not taking up, computer space. So when I do YouTube, if I pull stuff from stream, like the video I'm working on now, I pulled from a stream a couple days ago. I now have 4 hours worth of crap on my screen that I'm going to use 12 minutes of. You know what I mean? And that's just eating up space. So realistically, it's one of those things that Canadian Bacon says that's what I use it for. Is that, yeah, exactly.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's one of those things. It just seems like a much better platform for that, where Twitch is like, you can put highlights in and then you can do this, but they only, you know what I mean? It always directs you back to Twitch no matter what you want to do. And so I don't know how I feel about all that.
So actually, their YouTube studio has come a long way. Cause I don't know if you remember when, like back when me and you first met, year and a half ago or whatever, almost 2 years ago now.
Have a good night's sleep there, Mr. Snipes.
Bye, Snipes. Thank you so much for coming out, my friend. Bluest, keep an eye out for some announcements coming soon. Don't worry. But so knowing you for a while, I had a YouTube channel fairly early in my streaming career, same as you. You had some little clips, didn't you? No, am I mistaken?
All right, so I did the trash, like, because we all started there, right? You stream from the console app. I did the thing, you download the VOD, you chop a bunch of crap out, and then you throw it on YouTube, and it's terrible. It's there. I wouldn't say it was early. It was later in my career than
was it after? Was it after No Cam Raps?
No,
that was before, right?
It was before.
So that was still early Rab streaming.
Yeah, I guess in the timeline.
Okay.
But anyways, continue your.
Yeah. So from when I first started making YouTube videos, I didn't do anything. I just chopped it from my stream, downloaded it from my stream on Twitch, chopped it, and put it right onto YouTube. And there really wasn't any customization like for the videos themselves. So to see their YouTube studio like come so far from where they were to just being an upload place where you had to edit it somewhere else, and maybe even pay money for a better program. Now where they're at, they can allow you to just edit it right through them, and I feel like that was a huge advantage that YouTube has in my book.
And it's that, that's what I was saying there, is because you see people who, which I strongly advise against, uploading 5-hour streams. Don't do that. Don't do it. I advise against it, and I, I'm one of those people, and the staff team will tell you validate everything, right? So I can't say something like that and then not take it into it. But so uploading, you have to remember that at this stage in a lot of, even where I'm at or anything else, my name doesn't really mean much. Like nobody out there's like, ooh, RabbleRods, what's that guy doing? You know what I mean? I heard Jim talking about him at work. That's not really happening for me. So yeah, somebody will watch, like Tim's or Dr. Disrespects or whatever whole 4-hour VOD because they didn't have time to make the live stream. It's just, you have to look at, if you want to see what it's like, watch one of your VODs from start to finish. I did this. Watch it from start to finish. 3 hours, start to finish. Realize how much downtime you have in there.
It's a
So when
lot.
you're making that, yeah, it's more than you think because you're in the moment, so you don't see it that way. And then you're watching it and you're like, that was like 3 minutes of nothing. What was I doing?
Yeah.
I mean, it happened to me. Trust me, I know it happened to me. And so that's why I advise against it, because if someone's watching a video and they get to a point where there's 3 minutes of downtime, you're kind of just,
See you later.
yeah, they're on to something else.
Yep. That's one issue with YouTube is that you really have to capture the audience's attention. And I feel like you've gotten really good at it with your editing. Um, I I'm not gonna lie, I haven't been able to watch as many videos of yours as I've wanted to, but the ones that I have watched, your editing has gotten so good with like drawing you in and like encapsulating the viewer, and yeah, you have to do that on your streams to be able to retain that viewership, but like to do it on a stagnant video that's always there and isn't having any interaction with other people and still keeping that engagement and that focus of the viewer is huge, and no other platform has that other than YouTube either.
So, so you talk about my editing and stuff. I use free software. I do not pay for any of the software. I actually use Lightworks. It's I think I don't know. It's a red shark. Okay, that's all I know. All right, I've been using it forever. It's okay. You know what? Everybody knows what GIMP is, right? Like the
Yep.
Photoshop that's
I use
free,
it.
but it's like Photoshop with 6 extra steps. That's pretty much what I use for my video editing, but it's free. There's no light work. You can upload it or render out at 720/60. So that's the only difference. That's the only problem is you don't get
Yeah.
1080. You get
Yeah, that's
720, but
rough.
you're still getting 60.
Yeah,
So
that's
that's
still
kind
good.
of, you know what I mean? It's like it's the six in one hand, half dozen in the other to me. So, but for anybody out there, and I recommend it to everybody, I've walked Brose through it a couple times. Some people hate it. Some people love it. It took me a long time. I'm talking a long time. I've been playing with it since before I was a streamer, before I was a YouTuber. I was just doing like random edits and stuff like that. It's kind of where I saw my career going when I was in college. So I was like, all right, maybe I should just work on this. And so I
Time out.
found free software. Yeah.
Time out. What was your first edit? Do you remember it?
All right. So everybody's been making fun of me for these B-roll things, right? Like, because I did like the Labatt's. For anybody who's been to my channel or been anywhere on my social media, I did like a Labatt's B-roll. I did like one for the Swift company that I affiliate with, and I'm working on a couple other ones. I have one of them that is going to be released of me doing the dishes in a full like 360-degree filming. Yeah, it's crazy. So I did a B-roll one time. I used to take Photoshop class, and I was super bored in class. And so I started like filming from my little phone in college, all random people doing stuff. And then I edited it for my final project throughout the whole year.
That's great.
And so it was just this all year of just random like people tying their shoe in slow-mo and stuff. And it was absolute trash. And I don't even have the video anymore. It was like on you put it on you burn it to the thing.
The floppy disk. It was a back. No, not that old.
Jesus, no,
Not
God,
that old.
no. I did this. It's like a thumb drive. You know what I mean?
Okay,
You
all right.
hand it in.
Okay.
Yeah, I just never went to get it. I didn't care. I passed the class. That's all I cared about. That's all my family cared about. That's all I cared about. So, but that was
My first edit.
what it was.
My first edit. I was huge into skateboarding when I was younger, and I really liked watching the professionals and all like the cool tricks that they were coming up with and everything. And I edited together with whatever Sony Vegas used to be. What was it? Sony Movie? No, Windows Movie Maker.
Yeah. Oh,
And then
yeah.
it changed over to whichever one it went to.
Yeah. It's
and
trash.
and I made a Rodney Mullen highlight video, and it was the trashiest thing in the world. It was like
Did it like do the
20
black and
years
white
ago.
fade thing all the
Yep.
time?
Oh, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
that was about 20 years ago when
Yep.
that was like the end thing.
Yep.
It looked like the intro to for all the older folks out there. The intro to All That from back in the day, season 1, where it
Yep.
like faded to black and white, like did all like the weird stuff.
Yeah, literally.
I feel that. I feel that.
That's funny. Keep going. Keep going with your tangent about your editing and free software.
Oh yeah. Lightworks. That's it. Like I said, I'll help anybody with it. You go into tech chat, you tag me, I'll help you work through it. We'll get up into a voice chat. Like I said, it's not gonna do crazy. You're not gonna do like stuff exploding in your face. You can. It just takes 18 steps, and I'll do any of that. I literally do Zooms and text and crap like that. Someday maybe it might do something. Maybe it'll be like the janky niche that I'm looking for.
Janky.
I love
Rabbles.
jank.
Rabbles in one word. Jank.
So hold on. I want to touch on something because we started in YouTube. We got off on a tangent about software. Lightworks. If you guys are out there looking for free software, that's the one to use. And I say that's the one to use because I know the most about it, so I can at least help you in the Discord. If you tag me, if you come at me with like, hey, I found this free software, I don't know anything about it. I know that one because I've been using it for years. I've been using it since before they update. They haven't updated it forever. But so Dark Alpha gets into a whole thing about like demonetization. You make a family-friendly joke that isn't one company's cup of tea. This can be said for Team Purple as well. I spent so we all know I'm a platform swapper. All right. I'm surprised Cherry hasn't called it out because I know she was in here earlier. That
makes two of us, my friend.
I went from Twitch to D Live and back to Twitch. And so when I was returning back to Twitch, and even recently now I stay on top of it as best I can, is reading the TOS. Twitch, especially with like Trovo's TOS that came out, that was a whole thing. But
jeez.
Link, why are you heading out? What? I haven't gotten that far yet. We're still up here in the chat. I'm sorry. So with all the TOSs out there, Twitch can actually just and your channel's done.
Yep.
It isn't they're gonna pull an ad from you, it's your channel's done.
One of the biggest streamers on Twitch had it happen to them. And then
Dr.
he went over to YouTube and he pulled in 550,000 viewers.
So he released something. He talked about it in his last stream. He talked about it. He still has no idea.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He said it's like, what did he put it to? Like, imagine being on a sports team and they just cut you and that's it.
That's crazy, dude.
You're done.
Because, like, he literally, like, it was one day he just got that phone call or whatever it was on stream and he was like, yeah, guys, we'll make it through this. And then refunded all the subs, shut down the channel, and if he still doesn't know, like, what is it, 2 months? Two months now?
No, it was, he was gone for a month and a half after it happened.
That's crazy.
He took a month and a half vacation before his return.
And he still doesn't know.
He still doesn't know. He said the lawyers are handling it now. It's crazy.
That's crazy.
It's crazy to me. But Team Purple literally can just remove your channel. Done.
Yep.
Hey, we didn't like that. Bye.
See you later.
YouTube has a 3-strike system.
Yeah.
Twitch has a...
D Live has a 0-strike system because they don't give you any strikes.
Okay.
What do you got? What do you got cooking?
Good username. I like this. He said question because this is after Dark Alpha's demonetization and stuff. This is a question. I noticed that Supforce has reached 1,106 members. And yet whenever I have a question, or anyone has one, it always gets answered within minutes. How much of a challenge is it to keep up with everyone and all their questions as a staff member? Some days are better than others.
And that is why we do what we do, though. So
we have a staff team of over 20 people. I'm sure you know all of them. They're in there. They're awesome. I'm not going to name them all because then it's going to be he said, she said my name first. I know how you guys are and I love you for it. And but we have everybody gets 2 days off a week. Everybody takes their time. Everybody's got their notifications set up properly. There is a certain person for a certain question, I guess is the best way. Is it a challenge? Occasionally. Sometimes it's overwhelming. Sometimes, we went through that spurt for like 3 days. I don't know if you guys noticed those like 3, 4, about a week worth where everybody's going crazy, inviting everybody. And we jumped up like a bunch of members. And that's where a lot of you guys came from. And we appreciate that because you guys are incredible. And I don't know if you noticed when somebody joins, there's, the welcomes, everybody welcomes, the members welcome, the staff team welcomes, we welcome, all that stuff. And then somebody draws the short straw and gets to direct them through role requests.
That's a fun task.
It's not the questions. Let me tell you, the questions are easy. How do I do this? How do I do that? Easy. Role request? That's one in itself. We love it. It's actually really funny. I've met a lot of my great friends from this server through assisting them with role requests. Because it actually says a lot about the person, about, you get this interaction of back and forth of someone's frustrated, somebody's aggravated, you get into it. It's great. But that is the struggle, because they are case sensitive, which means capitals are important, and they're space sensitive.
You have to point that out. Capitals are important.
Yes, because, written as it's written, that doesn't really go across. You still see it. And we get notified when rules are entered incorrectly. So we see them. And that's when you send them out. And it's awesome. And Snipes, I'm glad those welcomes. We've been in servers that don't welcome. We're just
we're not gonna talk about those.
Case sensitive, right, Rose?
Love it.
But what I will say is, there's a certain question for certain people. That's the biggest one. Is I can't handle certain questions because I am just a different person than QP is, or QP is different than Kayle. Kayle is different than Madly. And that's where I'm going to stop listing staff members, because, like I said, it's going to be an all-out brawl.
Let him fight. Let him fight. Let's see who comes out on top. Yeah, but some days I really have to say he definitely hit it right. Like, some days are so tough where you have so many new members joining, so many new members trying to get roles, trying to do the boost channel, trying to figure out, how to follow people. We get a lot of, oh, I thought that if I did the command that it would automatically do it.
Oh, the boost one?
Yeah.
Oh, that was great.
So it is definitely a struggle, like you said, but honestly, like, nothing compares to what Support Force has amounted to. So it doesn't even matter, like, how bad the worst days are or how good the best days are. Like, it all matters by what we put out to you guys, and how amazing that you guys use what we've given you and make amazing friends, amazing collaborations, amazing, even like crazy little what am I thinking of? The makeup artists, how they do their little collab every month. Like, you can literally collab on anything.
Calls it little. There's like 20 something.
Yeah. Probably one of the best things that has gained traction in Support Force. But but yeah, it's just crazy how many great people have come in and ingrained themselves within all of our family members, and it's just literally is like a spider web. If you don't know specifically somebody in Support Force, chances are that you're friends with somebody that knows them, because it is just so tight-knit. You won't see people that don't even know who each other are. Like, everybody sees messages here and there from everybody, and it's just amazing how many people we can get in and chatting and becoming friends, and that's a huge shout out to all of our members.
Oh yeah, and so I'm reading through some of the chats here, and Brose says lots of hype. Luckily, our members are usually, or our welcomes are super speedy, and that is 100% true. We try to be there within minutes.
Seconds.
Oh my goodness, this guy.
Yo,
minutes.
Hold on, Dark Wrath. Thank you so much for that follow, my friend. I appreciate it. Welcome into Support Force Live.
And Link, I'm sorry to hear that. We've been in Discords like that. That's what stemmed the start of this entire project. And I don't even call it, like I said, I when people ask me what it is, I use the term social hub, because to me it's like,
it's the perfect term.
To me it's like Facebook, except for we don't steal all your information. You know what I mean? we got food pictures, we got talk about your life, we got animals, like collections and hobbies if you put them in there, except for we're also here to help you grow and build your career. So to me, social hub more than anything else. And then a dysfunctional family without a doubt, because everybody knows everybody.
Yeah,
it's crazy. It's crazy. And I see it sometimes because, like you said, there's 1,100. I don't have Discord open to see
1,106.
That's what good username said.
That's what he said. I trust him.
I trust him. He's a good
Hey,
kid.
we waited 6 months for this man, okay?
We did. Not by choice, all right? Nope. That wasn't us, man. Don't blame us. But 1,106 people. It's funny that, like, I had Gigi came in to stream the other day, and hey, I'm from Supforce. Oh, I know. We know. We all, the staff team as a whole know, and you'd be surprised how many members out there know. Because even though people aren't chatting, they're reading.
Mm-hmm.
I love just reading what's going on. I love it. I think it's great because you guys are so, like, Banana came in like a whirlwind, by the way.
Can we talk about it for a second?
Can
we talk about it for a second?
We're going to give our featured member a little bit of a shout out here, but she came in like a whirlwind out of nowhere.
She's about to be the fastest 50 we've ever seen in Supforce.
So she's about the fastest 50, which is rank 1. And on top of that, has helped members and welcomed members and done all of it. And it's been incredible. So Banana, as a featured member, which, by the way, guys, if you support Bluest Banana for the next, what's today? Thursday? Week in 3 days? Was it 10 days? 10 days? Additional boost. Yep. Additional boost XP for you. So make sure you're showing her that love because we all know she's been showing everybody that love. I don't think she's missed a YouTube yet. And when she subs, she watches them all. I don't even know how she finds time. She has 17 TVs. That's my only solution. Because then she'll talk about them. So I know she's actually watching this stuff because I see it in conversations. It's crazy. It blows my mind. I don't even know how she does it. I'm going to be honest. I don't know how she does it.
No idea.
But yes, so
coming from the community leadership team,
I have 2 phones and my laptop and the TV.
Oh God,
she's got 4 videos going, tuned into all of them, and she will literally, if you bring your YouTube up to her, she will have a conversation because I guarantee she's watched it.
Yeah.
If you pull the ID off the back of that boost, you type it in, and you go back to know what video it is, you will know.
Yep.
She will know. She watched.
So Banana, here's a challenge for you. Next time, take a picture. It didn't happen. Picture didn't happen. I want to see all them phones and them TVs going at it. Okay, hit me. There it is. It's great. I can't believe she's on it. Okay.
So QP, I have a question for you as a super. I know we sit down a lot. We talk about our plans. We talk about things we've got going on. We talk about Supforce. We talk about our own careers. Me and QP talk a lot. Okay.
Yeah.
He's been here quite a few times. He's stayed at my house a couple times. He hosted the pod from my closet at one point.
Yep.
So
the most awkward pod I've ever done.
I guess what would you say is like, because I want to spin off a good usernames question because I've actually never asked the staff this, and I probably should. It'd probably be a good idea. What is the biggest struggle as a super or staff or whatever in Supforce with almost 1,200 members? And be honest, maybe it's working with me. So, I don't know. I have trouble. I would have problems working with me.
Although my boss treats me very, very nicely, no, I don't know. There isn't like a hardest part because you have to learn to balance all the pieces of it. You know what I mean? I've been going through some stuff in my real life, and the staff team, I've leaned on them.
Have a great night. Sorry. Go ahead.
See you, Link. Have a good night, dude. But yeah, so I've had to lean on the staff team tremendously, and honestly, having so many amazing members make that jump towards the staff team and want to make a difference and want to be that face of the community, it makes our job a little easier because then there's more eyes, more ears, and more people that understand the way things work. So I would honestly probably say that the toughest thing is just timing. Like, you got to make sure that everything is at the perfect time. When you see somebody having struggles with the role request. Like, usually, I'm sorry, but if you struggle with the role request the first time, I'm gonna let you try it again before I chime in, because maybe you made a typo or something. So you know what? Maybe I'm actually gonna switch my answer. Maybe judgment. judgment of when to step in, judgment of when to be helpful, when to be assertive, when to be, striking that gavel, so to speak. That kind of is the toughest part, and it came with experience. Like, I had no idea what the heck I was doing when Rabble asked me to be his super, and honestly, I probably had a load in my pants bigger than my hand. But it happened, and I've been riding from the seat of my pants ever since, and just the sheer experience has made it a little easier to know when to do things and when not to do things, and still be professional and uphold the values at all times.
So that's where it's funny. That's where I'm going to spin this to, because I like that. Is for all of you who are watching, and I'll say it for those who weren't here, and for those that were, that'll get the joke. Is for those that were watching from the bleachers this morning. We had a situation. We're not going to go into too much detail, but we had a situation, and it was handled both by incredible members as well as the staff team and myself, who was trying to get in the shower at the time.
Spare us the details, please.
First thing in the morning. But I appreciate the members here, and I want to spin that into the way it was handled was absolutely incredible. And I did see Trusha, by the way. Happy freaking birthday.
Yeah, dude. Happy, what is it, 2 years on Twitch? Holy moly.
And 2-year stream anniversary.
Congrats, dude. Big props. Trusha was one of our first members, aside from a staff member, to reach that level 50 and get his own custom emote. So, show that man some love.
So, I'm gonna take this into all of you lovely members are more than welcome to ask to be, or I hate the word like apply, but like apply to be a staff member, and we also watch to pull people in as well. We just had all of our fresh trainees make the step up. So they are now
big props to all of them
out of their in training positions and ready to rock and roll. And so that goes for all the rest of you guys, is that we're going to be on the lookout, and never hesitate to reach out to any of us. We're all pretty personable. Some days are better than others, like I said, but depending on what's been going on.
Grabs.
All right. Sometimes I tap out. Not gonna lie. Sometimes
He's the tap queen.
I gotta go. That's how you know if it's. I gotta go.
I gotta go. He just doesn't even say. Just guys, I gotta go. Somebody's gotta take care of this.
So there is some steps. So Goodyear's name. I wish you were born earlier.
Yeah. Yep.
Stresses me out. So you do have to be of what is it 17?
It's 18. 18 in Canada.
18 to be, yes, because we're Canadian based. So 18 to become a staff member. However, we are working on some good username for the people who weren't lucky enough to be born sooner. I don't know. I feel like age limitation's dumb, but it's not us. All right, we didn't do it. So we are working on a side project that's going to incorporate the younger guys. All right. Ah, God darn it. I know, dude. I know. We're working on it. All right. So
good username. We love you, dude.
It's coming. All right. Just be patient with us. And we're working towards it. So I need some questions from you guys. I haven't seen a question.
We've just been rambling and rambling.
I know. Well, we all know I'm good at it, but
apparently I am too.
Yeah, dude, you're getting solid.
Thank you.
I remember when you were super nervous about this.
Yeah, it's the very first time, yeah. I remember my first time.
Whoa, all right, dude. All right. No tie.
No tie. Oh,
QP,
Yoshi.
comment on the outfit?
Okay, all right. So, the proper pod is us relaxing, chilling. You see, we both have our non-branded beverages in our mugs. I left my Supforce one up here, and I'm currently drinking out of Sloppy's mug. But,
all right.
So
shameless plug.
Yeah, but so I wanted to go a little less formal because I didn't want to, the interview and everything with the feature creator and all that stuff. I gotta look sharp, gotta be very formal and make sure that I'm representing our side of things. But right now, we're just kicking it, having a good time. This is a proper pod for you guys. New pad pod, dude. Look at this. I got some nice
What was that word?
posters up. Pub. I said pub.
What was that word? I'm sorry. Can we talk about if you had an afro, you would be Disco Stew? That shirt is, that's a shirt, man.
All right. All
I'm
right.
so glad I made you go with that one instead of the other one. Look at that thing. That shirt is expansive. Oh my God. It's real life.
Doing my little rabble dad dance there.
Yoshi
yeah,
says you need
but
to wear the tie.
who said that?
Yoshi.
Yoshi said I have to wear the. I can't wear a tie now.
Just talk about his weird tattoos.
Yeah. Come on, man. No, but so the reason for no tie is because it's more laid back and chill today. We're not interviewing anybody. We're just shooting it and having a good time, hanging out with all you guys. QP did not paint the new place today, Scurbs. This is the color it was. But yeah, soon to come, I'm gonna have the entire room lit up. Rabble knows that I have probably 125 feet of LED lights that I'm trying to figure out what to do with. I already have some nice sets behind my setup, which you guys can't see. Actually, you can kind of see it over here, the blue and everything. But I plan on doing a couple of cool things there. So,
A couple with 125 feet of it.
yeah, just a couple
things.
things, yeah. So let's kind of segue this. Let's use this for fuel for our next conversation. You originally started out with no camera. Then you started out with a camera and your microphone and everything propped up on, what was it, a Pampers box?
It was Huggies.
Huggies, okay, Huggies, same thing. And now you are in your closet.
I'm in the doctor's office.
You're in the doctor's office. So, what is the importance of having a plan for your setup and also starting small and going one step at a time?
Okay. So like anything else, like I see this, I actually learned this really early on. I went to school to be an automotive technician. I went to school to be a wrench turner. Let's just call it that. And you see all these guys who roll in because, student aid or their parents or whatever fund this. They've got a $10,000 toolbox stacked to the gills and they can't change oil. And they're there to learn how to do the basics and then move up from there. Or you've got the guy that has one bag with 6 wrenches and a ratchet and 3 sizes that knows what he's doing. And that's all he carries is that one bag. So I would say when you start out, don't invest in all the top gear. You're not going to need it because if something goes awry or you don't care to go any further, you didn't dump a bunch of money into this crap. You know what I mean? Like realistically, you didn't buy a $300 mic. You didn't buy a $2,000 computer. You didn't do all this. So for me, I didn't know where this was going when it started. I didn't know, like, if you had asked me February 22nd of 2019 that this is what I'd be doing right now,
Never
no
in
shot.
a million years, dude.
No shot. I'd have been like, you're out of your mind.
Yep.
Stay humble, love the chair, right? So, and it's funny, I still don't invest in a lot of things. So I have like a cheap HP PC with the monitor it came with, and this is an on monitor. This thing was $80. $80. Logitech, $50 for the cam, and I use a Mayano mic that was $47 shipped to my door with a shock mount. Does it sound the best? No, but who cares?
So speaking of waiting to upgrade things, I've been going almost 2 years now. I got a new headset here, nice little fresh little headset. And speaking of audio quality and new equipment, I still haven't opened this bad boy yet.
Oh my god, you haven't opened the Wave?
I haven't opened it yet. I haven't,
so
dude. I'm waiting for my first stream, dude. I haven't streamed yet. But so it took me 2 years, 2 years to upgrade my microphone. I have a cheap like $50 studio condenser microphone, and I went out and bought the pop filter and the boom arm for it separately. Like it really doesn't. I was using, honestly, when I first started, I was using the microphone on the little stand that it came with, and just putting it right next to my setup and just using it there. And You can start as small as you need to. As small as you need to. And then as you keep going, if this is something that you enjoy and making your hobby, because, it takes a lot of time and it's going to truly become one of the most strenuous hobbies that you have. But as time progresses, you just keep upgrading small parts here and there, and eventually you'll get to that, big nice computer and nice microphone, nice keyboard and everything.
So a lot of these guys in chat are new. They don't remember the 15-foot rule with me from back in the day. So I used to be on a couch.
Yep.
Downstairs in my living room because I liked it. And everything was on a 15-foot extension USB. My mic, my cam, everything. And everything. So I spent about 30 minutes prior unrolling all this crap, setting it all up. And then 30 minutes after, rolling it all back up, putting the shit away. I had a tripod hooked to a tripod to hold my phone for chat. I used to stress everybody out. Everybody used to be like, oh, just do this on, while you're streaming and whatever. And I'm like, I can't. It's 15 feet away.
Yep.
I literally sat 15 feet from my computer.
And streamed the whole time.
Hours. Loved it.
Had some great fun doing it too.
Great fun. But to have, what I will say is to have everything right here, what a difference. World of difference.
Yep.
But that comes in stages. Okay. So that's where, when I start, if you go on, weird shameless plug, but if you go on my Instagram, there's a picture. I think the first picture is like my feet on a table with an Xbox that's pulled out of the stand and like cords everywhere. And it was the Xbox Connect is on a toilet paper, like one of the ones you stand up and it has like the U shape because the toilet paper sits in there.
Yep.
Yeah. My Xbox Connect camera was sitting on that while I was streaming. That was the you need a cam Rabs whole deal. So I got that. So don't think that, thanks. So don't think that your setup isn't good enough. Just know that it will get better. Whether it's tomorrow, whether it's a month from now, whether it's a year from now, it will 100% get better. You'll be at a point. Holy crap. I've had 5 different mics in the time I've known.
At least.
Because I'm a big audio guy. I want to know. I love this thing. This little Miano is like $47 shipped to my door. I like the way I sound on it because I had the
Blue Yeti.
The Blue Yeti, the expensive one. Everything was like $200.
Yeah, and you got nothing but problems with it.
Nothing but headaches. But whatever, they're fine. They're a good company. I get it. But they were in partners with Logi, and then I bought it the wrong time. Let's call it. But it would pick up, like, my voice is raspy. Everybody knows. It just
raspy Rabs.
This $47 microphone, I've never had an issue. I have a couple sliders. I have a couple little third-party softwares I use to give it a little bit of this and that. But just know, don't worry about where you are. Just know about where you're going. That's 100% it.
So Strong Boom, I saw your question and I actually have it saved here. He didn't tag us in it, but
so mic like that or headset mic.
Yeah.
QP, are you gonna flip? Are you gonna switch yours?
Nope. If I'm gaming, should I switch it? No.
Yeah, switch it.
I have to do like 6 different settings to switch it, dude.
All right. All right.
So if you're looking for quality, like pure quality where you can tweak it to the exact sound that makes it sound perfect, you want a regular microphone. Like I said, I'm using some crap studio condenser microphone right now that I probably paid $50 for like 6 years ago. When I was I don't have the glasses, but Nicky Diamonds. This microphone's from Nicky Diamonds days. Yes, Rabble.
Oh no, I was talking about how you just called a $50 microphone crappy, and now my microphone wants.
No, I was talking my $50 microphone, not yours, mine. But yeah, I don't know where I was going.
All right, so
you lost me. You just distracted me and lost me.
I love it. You'll come back to it. You always do. So mic like this.
Oh yeah, so you want like a standalone microphone that you can either USB plug in or, God forbid, you need to go Bluetooth for some reason. You want that separate microphone from your headset because Although when you're gaming, the microphone on the headset is great. The sheer editing properties of a what do they call them, desktop microphone instead of a headset microphone is just so astronomically different, and you can make it sound so amazing for little effort. So I'd say go with the USB microphone instead of the headset microphone.
And then
For gaming, the headset microphone works just fine though.
a lot of people wear both. You'll see a lot of people wear both who like this, your standard issue USB mic goes to their OBS, their headset mic goes to in-game. That you'll see a lot of that. The one thing you'll find is that these, like this headset here, this is the Rig, I don't know, HX600, but it has the little port there. But when I use it and it's in my face, it picks up on everything. I could be like rubbing this over here and it sounds like there's I'm taking sandpaper in my face. Yeah. Like, what are you doing, dude?
I remember those days.
So one thing I'll say is, hold on, let me move this. As QP brought up my setup where I came from, where I am, and I did a whole YouTube video on this. Is somebody came into my chat and made fun of my chair. And I'll say, never forget where you came from. All right. Keep the roots strong. That was a free chair right there.
If it's for free, it's for me.
Well, here's
guys,
the thing,
that chair is not comfortable.
It's great. He just sat there wrong. He doesn't know how to sit in a chair, apparently. But what I'm saying, it makes this noise. Stresses everybody out. But what I'll say is, guys, seriously, serious, real talk, all jokes aside, don't worry about you need the top of the line. You need this. You need this. I have a list of shit I want that's 9 miles long. I'll get there eventually. And you will too. And it doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. Be yourself. Be engaging. Be interactive. Create good content before you need to upgrade your stuff. Because you can have the best setup in the world. If your content isn't there or you just don't care, then it isn't like golf. You can buy good golf. You can't buy good content.
Yeah, tell QP that. No. Also, you got to stream enough and make enough content. Not just stream enough. You just got to make enough content. Because what do you mean? You got to make enough content.
Right, but you don't want to stream like all the time.
No. That's why I rephrased my answer.
Right, dude.
You got to make enough content that can span across all the interwebs. You want clips to go on Instagram. You want, pics of your day to go on Instagram. You want your live streams and your clips and everything to go on Twitter. You want to, even Facebook is great for exposure. You want to be everywhere to be able to create all that content everywhere. And then when you do stream, people have seen that content already. They know they like what you do, and they're going to come. They're going to watch you. It's going to be fun, and everybody will have a good time. So to spread yourself out, not too thin, because I've done that quite a few times. You got to spread yourself out and make sure that you're touching all your bases. Because if you miss a base and you get tagged, you're out. So
I'll say this. I started recording now 1 night a week, which I wasn't doing before. I was streaming 4 nights a week. I was Monday through Thursday. I take Wednesdays off now and I record. I'll game. I'll do whatever. But Wednesdays I record. And what that did is allow me to get content where I'm not worried about the chat. I'm not, because on YouTube, right? If I'm having a conversation on YouTube, right? Like my YouTube video, and it's like, yeah, dude, having a great day. Oh, dude, thanks for coming by. How's that? Whatever. But YouTube doesn't get the other half of the conversation.
Yep.
So it's tough for a YouTube watch to get engagement out of that.
Exactly.
That's the biggest thing. And that's why I'll say it's changed the YouTube game. I can tell you can look at my channel and see where I went from pulling stream stuff, because there's a lot of like weird cuts where I'm like, hey, thanks for that raid, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? It's like I cut that out because one, it has no reference there. It has no point. Like it's kind of a weird flex in your YouTube, but whatever. And I want the YouTuber to feel engagement that they're getting from YouTube. That's what I want out of my content, is that if you don't have time to make a stream, there's no reason you should feel left out for having to watch it on YouTube or something like that. Exactly. So that's
good username. Have a good night, dude.
Good night, buddy.
Appreciate you coming out. So I have a question here that I highlighted, and I want. So, Canadian Bacon asks, do you have a lot of staff that stream full time? Would you like to answer it, or would you like me to?
It's up to you, man.
So I
feel like I talk enough.
Yeah, you talk too much, dude. Stop yelling. Everybody hear him yelling? Like, why is he yelling at me? So we don't have many staff at all that stream full time. We have a couple. Some stream sometimes, some stream all the time, some take sacrifices in their real life and don't stream at all. But we don't have any legitimate, specific, full-time streamers anymore. We did for a while. Then he got a job. But I just wanted to make sure that we answered that question.
Yeah, I was doing it full-time. I'm actually going back to work. I go back to work on Wednesday.
Hence why I said he got a job.
I can't wait. I'm not gonna lie. And it's not because, okay, so everybody wants to be a full-time streamer. What they don't tell you is, okay, it took a long ride. I did all right. I did decent, whatever. What they don't tell you is every day is the same. Oh my goodness, is it awful sometimes?
Yep.
Right? I wake up. Nothing's changed. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not, it's not there. You work here at your house, which sounds incredible until you're at home every day
for the rest of your life.
It's like, and what I will say is, I heard this in another podcast. I watch a couple of different streaming podcasts on YouTube, and I watch them. I'm not a listener. I'm not a Spotify guy, so I always watch podcasts because I like feeling like I'm with people. And I was told, or I was listening, and then they said, before you start streaming, if you want to treat this like a job, and that's what you're going to do, get in the car, or if you don't have a car, go for a walk around like 2 or 3 blocks. Park your car like you're parking in a parking lot. And from the time you step out of that vehicle, you're at work. And then when you're done streaming, you get back in the car or walk around, and there you go. Sorry, my kids are probably screaming like banshees right now. It's bedtime. And then when you pull up outside your house again for the second time, you are now at home and you are no longer at work. 1, 2, and 2's in the chat. My kids are just freaking out. I love it.
Keep talking. You got to keep talking. You can't hear them. Can't hear them. You keep talking.
But that's one thing I'll say is, if you're going to treat it like a job, treat it like a job. Leave the house. Go somewhere. I don't care what you do. I don't care if for a half hour a day you get on Instagram Live, which I've just recently have dabbled in. Bingle's a huge Instagram guy. He's doing all that.
Yep.
Go do something other than be at home, because it is stressful.
Especially with a couple kids like you got.
Oh my God.
So tell me, how's the dad life?
All right. So dad life. Okay.
To a new singly freshly guy who doesn't know what dad life is anymore, I should say.
Avoid it. No, I love my kids. I got a 5-year-old daughter and a 2-year-old son. They are a handful all of the time. All the time. My staff will tell you, if you ever want to ask, hey, what's a staff call like with Rabs? Hey, if you need a meeting with Rabs, what's it like? My kids are bland about some crap that doesn't even matter. They're, you know what I mean? They could have everything in the world. I could literally give them everything in the world. They're going to find a reason to complain, because that's what kids do. And I love it. And then there's other moments where it's absolutely incredible. Like, my daughter's going back to school, so she's all hyped. She packed her backpack all up. Like, she goes back to school in like a week.
Nice.
So she packed her backpack all up. You know what I mean? My son is starting to figure out like when you point at things, he can say what they are, which is cool. That's like a whole like development thing. I love that.
That's even a lot in a couple of weeks, dude.
Yeah.
You know?
So yeah, compared to where he was. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Like, I saw him a couple weeks ago and he wasn't doing that yet.
Yeah, and he can say, like what we're having for dinner and stuff. So
That's awesome.
it's absolutely incredible. I wouldn't trade my kids for anything, but sometimes get out of the house. Okay. Single parents, single parents or stay-at-home parents or whatever you want to be, give you a lot of credit. I did it for a little while between jobs before, but my kids are much younger. My wife did it for like she's 3 years, 4 years. I give her a lot of credit. Also, the kids were younger, and that's what she tells me all the time. She's like, "Oh, they were younger." But I give her a ton of credit because kids are tiring.
Yeah.
And I would be lying if I said I'm not excited to go back to work because I feel like it's going to be quieter there.
Oh, that's rough.
So I'm going to pick up the next question here from Boom.
Okay.
I don't know if it's a question or a statement, but it says,
It was more of a statement.
Yeah, I try to keep my best solid schedule, but being military gets tough with training and deployment. So, and I understand equality versus quantity.
You gonna ask me the question now, or are you just gonna
keep
rabbling
I'm gonna ask
on?
you. I'm gonna ask you. Can I read the?
Guys, this is how.
Hey QP, what do you think about this?
This is how a normal call goes with me and Rabble.
Go ahead.
Keep going, sir.
I already finished me the question. Oh my god. So, what do you think would be a good solution in this situation, or like a middle ground, right? Where schedule's difficult to have, but you understand that it's quality over quantity.
So as somebody who doesn't have a great schedule myself, because I've changed it about 100 times since I've been streaming, you still need that other content. That stagnant content. That stuff that we call it stagnant because it's always there. It's not moving. But you need to create that content that will always be there. Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, all that stuff. So that when you do go live, and even in your videos while you're making this content, these pictures and this stuff, you can say, hey, like, I streamed this one day, regularly. And then there's a couple other days a week that I may stream between these times. Like, they're going to start looking for you because they know on that one day that you're going to be there. So I would suggest maybe making it, like, a specific day and time that you know that you're off. I know it's tough with the military and everything. But even if it's like a weird, crazy, random hour that you have, go live on your phone. Like, hey, I'm actually going to be live at this time every week. Come back here right now at this time every week. Because like as myself, I've had a very busy life myself in real life. So my streaming schedule has changed probably 25 times since I've started streaming. From nights to overnights to weekends to days to whatever it is. And I didn't find the retention, so to speak, in a specific time frame. It was more of consistency on that time frame. So like if I wanted to try a new stream, like I started on YouTube day streams because I just switched my work hours. Sorry, Rabs, I can't game anymore. I'm sorry, dude. But
I'm not even a gamer. What do you mean?
Doing nothing, dude.
That's right.
Doing nothing day 4. But yeah, so you still want to keep that once, even if it's once a month. Like, hey, I'm gonna be live at this exact time, and it's guaranteed. That's probably my best advice. Try and find that balance and that one specific, even like I said, an hour, even mobily, where you can do it. And then consistently create that content elsewhere so that it generates back in.
Streamlabs and Stream Elements. They have their apps. They have mobile apps for streaming. It pulls the chat right across. I used to walk home from work and stream IRL stuff. Just walk.
I remember those.
You remember those? Yeah. Walking home with Rabs?
Yeah, so, I remember those.
Yeah, well, we only had one car, and Sam got out or 1, 2, and 2 got out like what, 2 hours after me or something. Yep. And I would leave my work and just start walking, and people got to see upstate New York who had never even seen the States. You know what I mean? Because everybody has a depiction. Me and em get into it all the time of what New York is really like. But,
yep. Your part of New York is much different than the city, though.
Oh, 110%. But that's one thing, like, I'll say is don't ever think that gaming is all you need to do. Like you talk about a schedule, you talk about quality over quantity, which is all very important. Give yourself a start time on a set day and stream anything that you find interesting. Because you can be an amazing
Puppeteer.
Call of Dutyer, right? But your actual hobby or your research and your time goes into looking up being a puppeteer, since QP gave that as an example. And now you play Call of Duty because you see how many people get views on Call of Duty, but your real passion is being a puppeteer. So be a freaking puppeteer.
Yep.
And watch how expansive it goes. I had a conversation with a member, and I don't want to butcher her name.
Time out. Pat Duke, thank you so much for that follow. Welcome in. Support Force. Go, Raps.
And I had a conversation with a member earlier, who I believe was from Germany, from what I gathered from the conversation. And they didn't want to do just chatting because they do a lot of book stuff, but they do play games on stream. And I said, well, why don't you start a book club on Twitch?
Twitch book club, huh?
And they said, I don't think it's been done. Well, be a forefronter. Make it happen.
That's businessman Rabs. That's why we keep him around, guys.
Listen, that's what you got to do. Find your niche. If you can talk about books for 8 hours a day, cut it down to 3. You've got 3 episodes right there. Boom, boom, boom. Yep. Done. Easy.
I like that how you just kind of like threw that to the front, is find your niche.
Yeah, find your niche. It's very important. I'm still trying to find mine. I'm getting there. I'm getting closer.
I think you helped me find mine. So at one point in my streaming career, where I was towards the tail end of my streaming on Mixer, I was once called the T-Pain of streaming, where I don't have to have my own stuff and I just get featured on everything. And I feel like that's kind of like my style of streaming, is like gaming with people and having like a group of people to come together and have a good time together.
I know what you're talking about.
You called me the T-Pain of streaming. You were like, oh, you don't even need to play your own games. You just want to play with everybody else.
Yeah, because every song in the world is featuring T-Pain.
Exactly.
Just, what is this stream featuring QP? He doesn't actually stream. He just shows up, creates content, and we all just float him. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And then he just steals it all.
Don't even have to stream it. Don't even have to stream it.
Turns it into content. It's great.
Yep. Collab and Kells. I like that, Wolf. Thank you.
Oh, are the commands down? It's because we needed to log in and log out of stream elements. It's okay. We'll get there
eventually. Okay, yeah. They've been down all night. I've noticed.
Yeah.
But dude, we don't have. I don't have a tie on. I can't be.
All right.
Who cares?
It is.
Spots are down.
It is almost 9:15.
Yeah, we got like 10 minutes.
All right. Crown, you heard it here first.
He said 90 minutes. We got the 10 minutes.
Oh, is that the rule?
Yeah, 90 minutes. He said, yeah.
Okay.
Anything more than 90 minutes, we see a drop off.
Okay.
But guys, for real, we only have 10, 15 minutes left here. If you have any questions or anything to add to the conversation, please make sure that you tag at Supforce. If you have a question, make sure it has question in all upper cases.
About anything. About anything. I'm talking growth, platform choice, whatever you want to talk about. I'll talk about anything. I love talking. You can't tell. If you haven't figured it out yet, I love to talk. Just had my first affiliate stream today. Went okay.
That's dope, Pat. Dude.
No. See, that's the wrong dude. No, could have been better. Sounds like it was your first affiliate stream.
Yeah.
That's what that gets right there. Love it.
Oh, Rabs, we got an at from Bluest Banana here.
I can't. Here's my thing. Is that song's probably DMCA-able, but I don't care about my content.
Just do the dad dance.
I can't dance to nothing. That's just. Oh my god, no!
Everyone wants it. They want it, dude.
I don't want to
don't do the song though. Yeah, don't do the song. I know
that's what I'm worried about, right? Like I don't care about my channel. I'll just start a new one. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
All right. If you want to see dad dance, I'm sure there will be one at some point on my channel. Oh, go to TikTok, Instagram. I don't know, one of them.
TikTok.
I'm not trying to be a shameless plug, but that's your best chance of seeing one. I think it's on YouTube. I think it's during one of the.
Hey, Pat Duke. I know that you're new here, but if you haven't heard about us, we're Support Force. We're a multi-platform. Is he?
Yeah.
Sorry.
See, Rabs, he knows.
Rabs, he knows.
Now, Pat. What I'll say is, yes, have high hopes. Build it. Build it though. And listen, my first affiliate stream was
They're watching basketball.
my first affiliate stream was but I'll tell you what, don't trade it for
Sorry,
anything.
Pat. I apologize, Pat.
And Pat, you have to take the ups with the downs. That's the biggest thing I'll tell anybody that's getting into this career path, hobby, anything at all. If you can't, you have to appreciate the bad streams to understand how good the good streams really are. It's the biggest part.
Let's talk about it a little bit. We'll talk about our ups and downs.
Oh, can we start with our downs?
Yeah, we definitely can.
Okay. 15 minutes on the clock.
What is your lowest streaming moment?
Oof. The lowest streaming moment.
Not necessarily viewers or monetary value, anything, just your feeling of your lowest streaming moment. Just so that everybody knows that everybody has a low moment.
I had a moment, and I'll tell you this. So we always joke about me being muted, and this is one I've never actually talked about with anybody. Because I just play things off, right? Can't let it bother you. My lowest streaming moment, I spent an hour streaming Ark one time, muted, and nobody said anything. Nobody. Not a single person. You know why? Because there's nobody there. You know how many people probably rolled through and were like, this dude's muted. He doesn't even know. And nobody even took it out and said, hey, you're muted. No.
Oh, that's
that was
great.
Probably my lowest.
Panic was there, he said.
Yeah.
Panic said he was there.
Panic was there because Panic, I think, is the one who told me, or somebody. But that was, Panic just didn't care. But that was my lowest moment. Like, I got done with that stream and I was just like, that's where my relevancy is right now, is that I was muted for an hour and it didn't matter.
Had a few of those.
One
time, I don't know if everybody here knows, I started out streaming PUBG. I know Rabble and the leadership team and staff team knows that PUBG was my game. And I was very good at it. Not to toot my own horn, but I was pretty good at it. And I was getting really good kills and really good wins, like all night. I had like 5 wins one night. It was my best night ever. And I kept looking over at my viewers. 0, 1, 1, 0, 2, 0. And like, it kind of discouraged me because I was doing so well in the game itself, but then doing so bad at my stream at the same time. And I realized that, like, I had been so focused on the game itself that anytime anybody came in and said something, it took me a minute or two to say something back. And I didn't have that engagement there to try and, keep them there. And I realized that, like, I could be, like, I was trying to be like the top streamer, as good as they can at the video game that they're playing. And even that doesn't fully amount to anything. Like, you gotta have that balance there. So I realized that night, like, I had some of my best games. I did YouTube video, like, I think I made 3 YouTube videos out of that night because there was just no interaction with chat. And it, like, opened my eyes to say, like, why are you gonna try and be the best at the game if you're not gonna actually hang out with people? Like, if you're gonna be the best at the game, go competitive. Be an esports pro. Try that route. But if you want the genuine connection and engagement with people in your chat, like, you can sacrifice a little. And from that day forward, I started actually having fun streaming. And that brings me to another huge point, is make sure you are having fun. Like Rab said earlier, you can do whatever the heck you want on your stream. And there it is. And Mr. Snipe says, I really want to get into streaming, just chatting for mental health. How would you promote it? Start it off instead of just gaming. Okay, so do you want the legal answer? Because Rabs can give you the answer.
What?
I don't
Legal
know.
answer?
I
What do
don't
you mean
know.
legal? What?
I didn't know which route you were
Oh
going.
my God, don't make him sound like he's in trouble for anything.
Technically, nobody's allowed to give any actual advice unless you're licensed.
Oh,
But
yeah, there's that. But I don't think
but
that's what he's talking about.
but Rabble has something to add to it.
So what I'll say is, if you're looking to go from gaming to just chatting, I may have just taken on this venture myself. It is in stride very easy. It is, however, extremely difficult to make anybody understand what you do. Okay? Because you can like physically understand, like, hey, I'm gonna play Rocket League tonight, right? And people go, okay, I know what Rocket League is. That's what he's gonna be doing. I'm on day 4 of what I call the doing nothing series. Okay.
Glad to be a part of it.
It started of just doing nothing. I was leaning on the back of my truck talking to Brose on the horn. And I said, man, it's 7 minutes till I go live. What should I do? And he said, I don't know, just sit there with your stuff muted and listen to really bad music. And I said, you know what? Oh, all right. And then it got to be 2 minutes before I went live, and I went, okay, I'm gonna go. I gotta do this. So I went up there, and it became we just do nothing. What do? You do nothing. We listen to really bad music. We talk crap about nothing, and that's it. So I would say, Snipes, it is very difficult to push that out there, but just chatting is a self-growing situation. If you take clips of highlights of things that you've talked about and put them out into the nexus, what I call it, the universe, right?
Interwebs.
The interwebs, right? You put them on the Twitters and the Instagrams and the YouTubes, and you do all this stuff, and you start talking about things that matter, people will listen. People will be there. You know, maybe it'll be 2 people, but you'll hold those 2 people. If you keep talking the way you talk, you'll hold those 2 people, and then 2 more come in, and then 3 more, and eventually you'll build that into whatever it is. So my advice, do the first one, don't look at the number. Do the second one, don't look at the number. Pull from those, build on it, and then you can start watching that growth, because it is a different world.
Very different world. I've actually noticed it as well, because I've gone from gaming, streaming on my own channel, to only doing the podcast. And I'm loving it. And it's kind of like I game still. I game on other people's streams all the time. We already talked about this. Gary in the bushes.
I was asked. They're trying to figure out the animal that's in it.
Go in the bushes. Go in the
That's
bushes.
Gary. I'm not going in the bushes, dude.
Why not? Banana asked for it. Our featured streamer gets what she wants.
Did she say get in the bushes? Where is it?
He gets in the bushes sometimes.
That's not asking for me to get in the bushes.
Banana, ask him to get in the bushes.
All right.
She also wants a dad dance. So.
Yeah, but yeah, I can't do that stuff here. I have to be professional.
What do you mean, dude? I don't have a tie on. We don't have to be professional at all.
Professional rap. See, support first.
Dad dance in the bushes.
That's the weird place. We're not going there on this channel.
Not this channel. Definitely not this channel. But yeah, so I've definitely seen that difference there too, because like going from streaming my own channel, like I was always a gamer. Always been gaming. I always still continue to game with people. But to only come here and do a just chatting stream once a week. And even if I added 1-2 more just chatting streams or whatever, like, it is such a different world being able to sit here and laugh with the other person next to you and look at the chat, and there's 31 viewers waiting for the bushes, and and to be able to just engage with the chat like that without even having to worry about gaming at all. Like, I'm just hanging out, having a good time. And Rabble's in the freaking bushes, guys. Come on now.
I'm in the bushes.
He's in the bushes, guys.
I'm in the bushes. All right. This is what it's like to be in the bushes. You get full frontal of Gary. All right. And then you don't have to see my ugly mug.
God, thank God, dude.
All right. So what are we at here? We've got 7 minutes on the clock. Yep. I feel like I hope that answered. Featured streamer gets what she wants, right, Taurus? Right?
Taurus, what's up?
So 7 minutes left on this, right? I think I answered that question about as good as I could, man. Legally, there's a whole mess of stuff with mental health, but if you're gonna get into it, if you're talking about just like your own mental health, like because that's what got me into it, is like gaming became a very stressful thing, and I'm not very good.
Go watch any of his streams.
Yeah, go watch any of them. Like, I have fun, but I get frustrated, and so I started like kind of getting off stream and just being like, "Ugh, I don't even want to do this right now," or like beforehand. And with the just chatting stuff that I've been doing, like it's been an incredible journey. I've done 5 so far. I've been streaming since February of 19. Okay. What, a year and a half? I've done 5 just chatting streams, 6 if you count the one where I shaved my face.
I
So
was there for
6
that one.
just chatting streams, right? And they are a different vibe and venture, and I love it. So what I'll say is if you're gonna do it, enjoy it because that's what it is. It's very enjoyable.
Seriously, it really is. It's like you're not worrying about like my hands have been free this whole time. I don't have stuff in my hands. Like I've been able to hang out and have a good time with you, even though you're in the bushes now. I'm having a good time with Gary now.
Yeah, and the
Hey,
reason, in a lot of things like Snipes, if you still want to, sorry, I know that's loud. If you still want to game and stuff, that's why I say record for YouTube or something like that, because then you don't have to pay attention to chat. You'll notice a difference in your ability to game when you're not like, hey, how's it going? And then you're back at the TV or the monitor or whatever.
exactly.
Hey, how you doing? And then you're back over here and your head's going back and forth. You'll know you're more on. And then the content that you're putting out on YouTube is significantly better than it used to be because you're not focused on it. Or because you're more focused on the content versus not focused on the chat, I should say.
So, Mr. Snipes actually is qualified in mental health.
Well,
Good for you, my friend. So, my suggestion
go
is to
for it.
just go for it, dude. You have that
Fucking run it.
qualification, bro. Just do it, bro. Like, just get used to talking about tough things, which obviously mental health field is very tough to talk about, but still being like free flowing and be able to, Rabs is doing his goddamn hand gestures over here, but still be able to like engage with the chat and like maybe not necessarily make it like a one-on-one session, but like a general session where like people with the same issues come in and everything. But just go for it, dude. Just chatting streams are great, and if you're qualified to do what you want to do, big props. Rabble will say the same thing. If we were qualified to do something, we'd do it.
Oh yeah, 110%. I'm only qualified to. Never mind.
we're gonna plead the fifth on that one and take a sip of our
Actually,
mics.
I'm qualified to work on cars. That's what Rods is in my name.
There you go. There you
Qualified.
go. All right, so we have
Oh,
example. Healthy Gamer GG is a perfect example of this, Mr. Snipes. So that's from our panic code himself. So usually what he says is good to go, so go watch that and make a judge for yourself.
everything he says is good to go. Don't let him lie to you. Panic's incredible.
We all have our flaws. I say wrong things all the fucking time, dude. Look at that.
I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
All right, what do we got? 3 minutes on the clock. Who's got another question? Shoot it.
Somebody find somebody for us to raid.
Oh yeah, where's Brose?
Where are we raiding? Brose, streaming manager, where you at?
Yeah, Brose is our guy.
Panic, I wasn't taking a shot at you or anything. I was just saying that we all...
He was.
A specific shot at Panic.
Notice
That's
he
it.
said love you too, Rebs. See? That's
Yep.
right. See, Panic, best afterthought.
Elmo
ever.
streaming. 2 non-affiliates live. Which one we going for? Panic, can you tell me that you love me, please? Because I wasn't trying to call you out.
Don't do it. Don't do it because he looked chopstick.
Shout out to the cream pie boys.
Oh. Wow. Imagine. All right. All right, let's go.
Rebs,
Oh,
that's
you know
all
what?
you.
Let's go Nick Stoner 420. That's my guy.
That's all you. Rabs is after.
I'm an afterthought.
Okay, okay.
That dates back to before we even. This is the original story of Support Force. We'll get into that someday, maybe.
Maybe.
Yes, New York Stoner,
All
or
right, so
as I call him, Nick Stoner.
a mod out there, or Rabble, can you please set up that raid there? Guys, we actually
I
have
feel like we're all gonna do it at once.
timeout. We may have a rating screen on only QP setup.
I don't know what it is.
It shows the Discord. Oh well. Good enough.
I'm not looking at it, so.
No, we're going back to live. That didn't work, guys. I gotta fix that. I'm sorry. But yeah,
I'll make sure I spell his name right. He's got a lot of X's. 1999, I love him.
Good to go, or I'm gonna
hit the
roll
button.
outro.
Yeah, there it is.
All right, everybody. We appreciate you guys all for coming out tonight. Everything is greatly appreciated. All the chats and all the follows and everything. Thank you, Rabble, for joining me on such short notice.
Hey, no problem, buddy.
To
That's
fill
what I'm
the
here
spot
for.
of a proper pod, so to speak.
Wow. Once again, I'm an afterthought, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here first. This is my life.
You do, you know?
Hey, some people have to be it, I guess.
Guys, he's only 8 followers from 50, so make sure that when you get in there, please hit that follow button.
Yep. Get in there.
And I hope that you all have a wonderful night. Rabble, QP, everybody from Support Force.
Roll the outro.
Love you.
Roll the outro. Bye.
Dude, that was great.
It was a good time.
Yeah. So you're gonna keep going, right?
What? Yeah, I have to jump over to my channel now and do a talk show for the next.
You need somebody for an hour?
They have my name. Are we muted?
No.
Oh, even better.
Better, exactly. Somebody for like
Dude, you're welcome whenever. What do you mean? Oh, we're rating an 8, 7,
Bye guys,
6.
we love you.